Alright, so I got this nice pork shoulder right here. As you can see, it still has the skin attached. You don't want to try to smoke with the skin attached because all it's going to do is create a barrier. You're not going to get that smoke layer underneath, and you're just going to have like a hard piece of leather. So what you're going to do is you're going to start peeling back the skin using a nice sharp knife, kind of like you're filleting. You want to watch your knuckles. You want to get this as close to the meat as possible because you don't want to lose any of that precious fat. It's going to keep, as you can see, I run a nice blade underneath while pulling on the skin, and you're pulling it back. The whole time you want to watch your knuckles, so you just go little cuts at a time. You can see how that membrane's right here is pulling apart. And as you can see, it comes right off. You just want to keep on pulling, watch your knuckles. I've been doing this a while, so I'm pretty used to it. And you can see you just took the skin off. So now you have this nice piece of pork right here. So as you can see, it's a nice piece. It's bone in. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little bit of olive oil just for a binder, just a little bit. All right, you want to get the whole thing covered. Normally, if I'm just doing a regular barbecue, you can use mustard for a binder, but since I'm making a mustard sauce, I just don't want that much. All right, so now I have the rub that we had from earlier, and you're just gonna liberally coat your pork. And as you can see, this nice mixture of the ancho, chili. You have coarse ground black pepper, your onion, your garlic, and you don't want to be stingy with this at all. You want to get a complete covering. These little shakers, they're pretty inexpensive. You can find them at most discount dollar stores. I ordered mine online. I use them for everything. So you just want to get a nice coating, and it does a really nice dusting so you don't lose any of that beautiful spice when you get it put on. So as you can see, everything's nice and coated. Let me get back in here a little bit more. Be real liberal with it. That looks about right. So you got a nice, that's the fat side up right here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it inside a cake pan so it fits perfect, as you can see right here. And I'm going to leave it in the fridge overnight. And what it's going to do, it's going to tack up. So it's going to start absorbing some of the salt. It's going to start getting all the spices into the meat itself, and it's going to create like a nice tacky layer, and it's going to help with the bark and the smoke adhering to it. Alright, so we have our seasoned pork shoulder. As you can see, I left it in overnight with the rub, still generously coated. A lot of that stuff got incorporated into the first layer of the meat, so we're going to place it in the smoker at 225 for about 9 to 11 hours, just depending on how it cooks. It's actually kind of warm outside, so it should go along pretty smooth. Right. Okay, so we're going to place the smoker. I put it fat side up. As you can see where the fat side, I like it to render down as it's cooking. I place the bone to the back just because that's the way I do them. I'm going to smoke it like this for a couple hours, and then I'll pull it and we'll wrap it. So we're going to put the probe into the meatiest part of the pork shoulder so we can get an actual nice reading. You don't want to put it anywhere near the bone or nothing like that. So I have everything set. I'm going to close it. See it in a couple hours. Do not open it. Alright, so it's been smoking for a while. As you can see, it's a nice crust. It's obviously not ready yet. I got some white wine inside a clean spray bottle, so I'm just going to give it a quick little spray. Do that every hour. Alright, so it's been about 6 hours so far. As you can see, it has a real nice bark to it, nice color. So I had this drip pan underneath it. put it in the hotel pan. Still got the probe right there so we can track the temperature. Alright, so it's been in there. Internal temperature now is about 200 degrees. I'm going to pull it out, let it rest, and it should carry over. Alright, so we pulled the pork and it's been resting for about an hour. As you can see, it's super tender. Bone pulls right out. And that's what you want to see. So, get this guy shredded up. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe.